What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I will be doing a nice bronzy natural beat, and right now I'm going to jump right in with using my P. Louise base. I believe this is in shade 3 or 4. Either way it go, you guys, everything will be listed in the description box down below. And so my client, she has really natural full eyebrows, and so I didn't even apply any product to her brows, but however I am going to define them with this P. Louise base, and I'm also going to apply this base all over her eyelid to get rid of any dark, definition on her eyelid. And so I definitely recommend that you take your time and make sure everything is spread it evenly onto the lids, and then go in with a pretty dense brush. I call it a buffing brush, and just buff everything into place. So you'll see that in this upcoming clip that I'm going to go in with my buffing brush and tap everything in even more seamlessly, and do it very generously, do it very lightly, and then you'll be surprised what type of look you'll create with this P. Louise base. It's really my go-to base for all my clients, even myself, and so I highly recommend it. You will not be disappointed, period, sis. And so now I'm going to go in with my Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm using this pretty light brown shade, and I'm going to use this as my first transition shade or whatever. And so as you can see, I'm using tapping motions because with P. Louise base, it's pretty sticky. And so I tend to, apply it in first and then go in with my windshield movement and round circular motions just to get the product, on. Just start with tapping it in and then blend it like so. And I promise you, you guys, every shade you apply, it will show up. This is how bomb this base is. I can just go on and on about it. It's like the best thing that was ever made. And so I'm just going to continue to build up the product, and the pigment is the right word as I was looking for, but I'm gonna build up the pigment to my liking, and then definitely, try not to cake it on, but literally take your time doing this. And now I'm going to go in with my next transition shade, but this is also going to be applied onto her lid and act as her base shade to her lid. And so I'm just tapping that on again. We messing with P. Louise base, and so you want to get the product on first before you try to blend it in. And so I'm just going to do that on both eyes, and pretty much this video, as you can see, is pretty self-explanatory, but I do want to emphasize certain things that you guys may not be aware of, especially because it's a client, so it's totally different from doing it on yourself. And so I'm just taking my time and blending both shades in at this moment, and that is crucial to this look to me, because you don't want you want everything to look blown out evenly. So definitely blend for your life, okay? Next, I'm going to go in with my Morphe bronzer. And again, between Juvia's Place and Morphe's bronzer, these two are my favorite go-to bronzers. So I'm going to apply this on to her lid just to deepen the brown, because I want that brown to really stand out by itself. And again, those other two shades that I applied were literally transition shades. And so now I'm going to blend those, and blend that Morphe shade into the other shades, just so that there is, again, a very distinct transition in between each shade, excuse me, by the way. And so make sure you apply generous amount on both eyes and pretty much build up the pigment. As you see, that's what I'm doing in this video. And so yeah, just take your time, watch your pressure, and you'll do really fine. Now I'm going in with my foundation shade, which is by Maybelline, I believe. It's 330 and 335. I mixed both of those in to find her, shade. Unfortunately, I had to mix some, but if you are her skin tone, those two shades would work perfect for you. I really love Maybelline's foundation for a lot of my clients because they tend not to be allergic to the Maybelline's foundation. So I'm just going to tap the product into her skin. As you can see, I'm literally tapping, or another word is buffing it in. You won't see me spreading it like in a downward motion, like I'm like swiping it or anything. I'm literally going to buff it completely in all over her face, and if you want, you can also buff it into their neck as well. But yeah, definitely blend everything seamlessly and make sure you get close under their eye. I know some people don't because they don't like their makeup to look cakey, but my clients, they pretty much like full coverage. So if you don't want cakey, don't put too much foundation under the eye. But if you really want a full coverage look, definitely apply that foundation under the eye really well. And I promise you, you won't be disappointed with your full coverage. Believe it or not, some people definitely need it, especially if you're dealing with people that have like dark circles and other issues under the eye. And so I'm just going back in and just applying, more foundation to her right side. I did notice I used them a lot, and in my next clip you'll see me go in with my excuse me guys, my Real Techniques brush. I said brush, beauty blender. I'm gonna go in with that just to make sure her makeup is not so cakey. And so I promise you guys, like a little foundation goes a long way, especially if your client don't have bad skin. Try not to use so much, because I feel like when you use too much, that's when they don't look like themselves. But when you use a generous amount, they still look flawless and beautiful and have full coverage. And now I'm going to go in with my NYX concealer. I believe this is in the shade Warm. And the other one, I think I used one shade. Sorry guys. But yeah, I went in with Warm, and I'm just applying it to her under eye, down the bridge of her nose, her chin area, as well as her forehead. And so I really love Can't Stop Won't Stop because it just works really well for stubborn under eyes, and I highly recommend it big time. And now I'm going to go in with my black opal. It's like a foundation stick. I love black opal. It's like my holy grail. And so I'm just going to contour her face with, I believe the shade is Mocha. I believe I'm going to show it in this video as well. So yeah, I'm going in with Mocha. And I'm just contouring, bringing definition back to her skin. At first she was just flat, but this is going to really help bring back those features she once had. And so I'm going in with my Real Techniques blendy. I said brush. Lord help me, I can't talk today. But I'm going in with my beauty blender, and I'm going to pretty much lightly pat all of the concealer in, and just, make sure it's all blended to my liking. I feel like, when it comes to concealer, just really take your time and blend it as much as you can. And then you're going to see me blend her forehead and down her nose and pretty much her chin area. So yes, now I'm going in with my foundation brush that I use to apply her foundation, and I'm just going to pat everything in as far as her contour areas, like her cheeks and her forehead and her chin area. Just pat pretty much around the highlighted areas, just so that everything can be blended seamlessly. I highly recommend that you take your time. And a lot of times I use the foundation brush that I use to apply the foundation to kind of help alleviate any darkness, because some contours can be a bit dark, and if you notice you went a little too dark, use the foundation brush to help correct any of those mistakes. And so that's pretty much what you're going to see me do, just pretty much blend everything together. And now you guys, I'm just going to go in with a Real Techniques brush. I mean, not brush. Here we go again. Beauty blender. And just blend her nose contour area into the highlighted areas. And so, you know, I will do a video on nose contour later in a different video. But now I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier, which is my holy grail, my go-to setting loose powder. And I'm just going to set under her eyes. I'm not even going to bake, you guys. Literally, I'm just going to press the product into her skin. And then after I'm done pressing it in, I'm going to wipe it off. Like, I literally hate baking unless it's necessary. Some people have really oily skin, or they are sweaters. And so if you deal with clients like that, definitely let them bake a little bit. But however, majority of my clients will be pressed in and wiped off. And so that's what you're going to see me do pretty much, is press the product in and then move along to the next clip. And so I'm going to go in with my Juvia's Place bronzer, which is my favorite bronzer. This is in the shade dark. Again, everything will be listed down below. I can say this is very versatile. I use this pretty much on all of my clients. However, they got, I think, 3 different palettes that you guys can choose from. For my deeper girls, go with the darker one, but I tend to go with the middle palette, which is the dark, and it's so bomb. Very versatile, you guys. You won't be disappointed. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and buff the bronzer on just to help brighten her skin a little bit, because sometimes contouring alone doesn't bring back definition. I feel like the bronzer helps warm up the face, if anything. It really makes the application flow seamlessly and nicely together. And like I mentioned before, her brows were naturally full, but however, I am going to go in just to, apply, you know, my, I believe this is in the shade Chocolate by Anastasia Beverly Hill. I'm going in with their dip pomade, and I'm using my Morphe brush just to fill in little areas on her brow that was kind of like thin, and I just wanted everything to look a little bit more sharper. So that's what you're going to see me doing here. And literally, this is the first time of me, you know, touching her brows, literally. And so I'm just going to lightly make small strokes that you're seeing, like so, and then go from there. Okay, you guys, so this is most of my clients' favorite part, which is the highlight, baby. So I'm just going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter palette. I believe it's SunKiss, if I'm not mistaken. It's like my holy grail. Like, I use this on majority of my clients, you guys. I tell you guys all the time, if you've seen previous videos I've done, be easy with the glow, because you want it to look good on camera, but you also want it to look good in person. So I'm very light-handed. Even though it's really showing up nicely on camera, it looks just as good in person. So I'm just going to apply those to the bright areas of her face. And when I say it, just, to me personally, transformed the look. And so now I'm going to go in with my holy grail, which is Chestnut by MAC. And I'm just going to outline her lips really nicely, just to make her lips even look a little bit more fuller. I don't know about y'all, but I love full lips. So yeah, a lippy or a lip pencil is the right word to use, will do the job to help you create a fuller lip if that's what you're looking for. It also makes applying your lippy a lot easier. Oh, and by the way, if y'all hear extra noise in the background, my kids are home from school. I'm sorry in advance. And now I'm going to go in with my Morphe Lippy. It's in the shade Taunt or even Virgin. It's one of the two. And I'm just going to apply this to the center parts of her lip. And I did go over it with a gloss off camera. So even the gloss I use will be linked down below. But I just really wanted to, you know, you guys to see how beautiful it looked naturally without the gloss. But I think the gloss took it to the next level. My client, she personally likes like glossy lips, so that's what made me apply the gloss over her lip. And so I'm just going back over with my MAC pencil and, you know, redefining her lip again. And now I'm going to go in with my NYX eyeliner, which is my favorite. I pretty much know everybody that every MUA use this. Let's just say it. It's our holy grail. I believe they #1 right now. But however, I'm going in and it's a matte black finish, so I love that. It don't peel like some liners do, so if you're looking for a really good one, go with that one. And now I'm letting her choose which one she likes, and she liked it bougie, which I'm not surprised because she is a little bougie. And now, you guys, this is the finished product, and when I say this look is giving what it's supposed to give, I just want to personally say happy birthday to my client. She looked gorgeous. I really appreciate her for choosing me for her service. Like, oh my gosh, she's just so gorgeous, you guys. And I just want to personally say thank you guys for watching this tutorial. Give this video a big thumbs up. It definitely helps my channel when you thumbs up my videos. If you want to see other looks that I create, go ahead and subscribe. Also, I did my girl's hair, so if you want to see hair tutorials, also comment that down below, and also what you guys want to see in future videos. Trust me, I'm so here for this. I'm so excited for where my channel is going. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial, and I will catch you guys in my next video. I love you guys. Bye. Hey, don't be dishonest. Still not